Having too much fat around your love handles can give you a muffin top or a pear-shaped appearance. And unfortunately for most people, love handles are really hard to get rid of, especially because most people try to get rid of them by doing ab and oblique specific exercises. That won't work because it's almost impossible to specifically target your love handles for fat loss. And to make matters worse, the love handle and belly fat area is usually burnt off last, after you already trimmed down the fat from other areas like your face, arms, and legs. So the only way to reduce your love handles is primarily by reducing the amount of calories that you eat, and the secondary thing is to burn more calories throughout the week. That's why today I want to go over a bodyweight workout that you can do at home with no extra equipment to burn a ton of extra calories and reduce stubborn body fat like your love handles. I'm going to explain exactly how many sets and reps you'll be doing at the end, but first, I want you to understand how to properly do each exercise. So we're starting this workout first with frog jumps. Plyometric exercises in general are really good at getting your heart rate up and burning a lot of calories, and frog jumps are pretty straightforward. You would start by performing a squat and tapping both hands on the floor. Once you tap the floor, explode up and jump a few feet forward. When you land with your knees bent and go right into the next squat. So squat down, tap the ground again, and this time you're going to explode up and jump backwards instead of forwards. As soon as you land, go right into your next squat and repeat that cycle, jumping back and forth on each rep. Next, you're going to let your lower body recover. So you're going to do a round of mountain climbers with push-ups. So the way that I want you to do this is by first getting down on all fours, then getting into a push-up position with your hips slightly elevated from the ground. From there, you're going to perform mountain climbers by bringing one knee up towards your chest and tapping the ground with your toes as you switch from side to side. You're going to do a total of 4 mountain climbers, counting 1 rep every time one of your knees comes up towards your chest. Then you're going to perform 2 push-ups and go right back into the 4 mountain climbers. Keep repeating that same cycle for reps back and forth. After that, you're going to move on to lateral speed lunges. Now, normally when we do lateral lunges, we step out to the side, perform the lunge, and then step back in before stepping back out again and repeating for reps. But with these speed lunges, I want you to begin by taking a really wide stance. Make sure that both of your feet are pointing forward. It's a common mistake to lunge to the side and point your foot to the same side that you're lunging towards. But doing this can easily lead to an injury, so keep your foot pointed straight forward as you shift your weight and lunge towards one side. When you do this, you want to bend your knee while keeping it over the line of the middle of your foot. If you're not used to doing lateral lunges, it might help you to think of it more like a single leg squat with your other leg there for support. This will help you avoid driving your knee past your toes or too far out to the side. After you complete the rep on one side, just push off, stand back up in the center, and switch over to the other side, and then alternate back and forth for reps. Next is one that I'm sure many of you are familiar with, burpees, but we're going to combine them with another great exercise to speed up your heart rate, high knees. For those of you that don't know, burpees are considered one of the best and one of the simplest bodyweight exercises that you can do to burn fat, and high knees are also very effective at burning calories. So start by standing up straight and then bend down and plant your hands on the ground. From there, jump your feet out into a push-up position, then perform a push-up. Once that's done, hop your feet forwards towards the area in between your hands. Stand up and jump up with your hands over your head. Then you're going to perform 4 high knees, aiming to bring your knees up to at least waist level each time. And from there, you'll go right back into your next burpee. Repeat this cycle until the entire round is over. And then you'll be moving on to sit-throughs. Now this exercise can be adjusted so that it's easier for beginners, and I'll go over that regression, but most people can do regular sit-throughs after they take a little time to learn the proper form. So once again, you're going to start in a push-up position with your hips raised a little higher than a regular push-up. Then you're going to take your opposite foot and your opposite hand off the ground and kick your foot through to the opposite side. While kicking through, you want to turn your body over almost like you're trying to sit on the floor. But as soon as you tap the floor with your butt, reverse the movement by turning back the other way, bringing your leg and your opposite hand back to the original starting push-up position. Then repeat the same thing on the other side. Once you get good at sit-throughs, you should be able to move back and forth very quickly. And if you're a beginner, you can just focus on simply kicking your leg through without completely turning your body over. That should make the exercise easier. Moving on to the next one, you're going to perform plyometric lunges. Begin by performing a regular forward lunge. Make sure that you take a big enough step forward so that your knee doesn't end up going too far past your toes. A proper lunge will create more of a square or rectangular shape between your legs rather than an improper lunge, which will lead to more of a triangular shape. Once you get down for that lunge, you're going to explode up, jump off the ground, and switch your feet in midair and land with your knees slightly bent. Then, as soon as you land, go right into the next lunge and alternate back and forth for reps. Next, you're going to move on to squat thrusts. And even though this exercise sounds like it's for the legs, it's actually performed from a push-up position. But that doesn't change the fact that it's really good at speeding up your heart rate. It's really simple to do as well. You're just going to plant your hands on the ground and then jump your feet out into a push-up position. This is done exactly as you would with burpees. Then, just like with the burpees, you're going to hop your feet right back in, aiming to bring your knees up towards your chest and your feet towards the area in between your hands. But unlike burpees, you're not going to just stand back up. Instead, you're simply going to stay on the ground and hop your feet back and forth, in and out for reps. Let's move on to the next one, which is the kneeling up down. Start by standing straight up with your hands behind your head. Then squat down so you're in what looks like a prisoner squat position. From there, lunge backward with one foot and plant that same knee on the ground. Then bring your other knee back so that you're kneeling on both knees now. Finally, take your other foot that you lunged backwards with originally and plant it back up on the ground in front of you. Then stand back up, but not all the way. You're going to stay in that prisoner squat position and really feel that burn. And you're going to repeat the same exact thing starting with the other side. So lunge back with your other foot first, plant that knee into the ground, bring the other knee back, step forward, stand back up into the prisoner squat position, and repeat for reps. Another excellent exercise that can help you burn more calories while also working your upper body is the plank jack push-up. As you can see at this point, this workout alternates from upper to lower, and one of the reasons why we do this is because this is another effective way to burn extra calories. By switching back and forth, your body needs to constantly pump blood from your upper body to your lower body, which makes your heart work harder. So for this one, simply get down into a push-up position and then jump your feet out to the sides like you're doing jumping jacks in a prone position. Then hop your feet back in. You're going to do that twice, followed by one push-up. So 2 jacks, 1 push-up, 2 jacks, 1 push-up, back and forth for reps. Finally, last but not least, now that your body is nice and tired, we're going to finish off with ice skaters. For this one, you'll start standing straight up with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width. Then you're going to perform what looks like a curtsy lunge. So you would do that by lunging backwards, but instead of lunging straight back, you're going to lunge across towards the opposite side. As you get down into your lunge, reach across and tap your front foot with your opposite hand. Then explode and jump across to your side and land on the foot that was behind you before. Then simply repeat the same thing on the other side. So lunge across, touch your toes, and hop back to the other side. Once you get the hang of this, you can quickly move from side to side for reps. So those are 10 exercises that are going to be far more effective for reducing body fat and love handles than ab or oblique based movements. To use this as a full body at home workout, you can simply grab a timer and perform 3 sets of each exercise, with each set following an interval of 1 minute on and 30 seconds off. So you would perform the first exercise, for example, for 1 minute, then take a 30-second break and repeat that for a total of 3 sets. Then move on to the next one. After finishing your 3 sets for each exercise, you can take an additional 30 to 60 seconds off before moving on to the first set of the next exercise. Once you finish all 10, I promise you'll be dripping sweat and you'll have burned hundreds and hundreds of calories. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And like I said from the beginning, none of this is going to matter if your diet is completely out of control. Since fat loss is about burning more calories than you take in, you can easily undo the calories that you burn from this whole workout with a poor diet plan. So if you want any extra help with setting up the perfect diet plan for your body, you can start by clicking the link below and getting your free macro diet recommendations. Also, if you'd like us to create the plan for you from scratch and set you up with a customized diet plan, a recipe book, a full workout plan, and a coach, then head on over to my website at gravitytransformation.com. I'll see you guys soon. Pump it.